Alright, well, I'm back, and one thing I just realized is this is gonna have to be down a little bit further down because... Oh my goodness. Have we been going through it that much? I have to move it down. Igneous rock, huh? Maybe I don't need igneous rock here. Let's not do this out of igneous. Let's do this out of... granite. We haven't been using a lot of that. Cancel this. Cancel that. I mean, I can have a little doorway. That would block out the gases, I suppose. But let me get that going. Cancel this. And then that would be granite as well. Copy, paste. Might do granite on this side as well. Let's just do that for right now. Yeah, I kind of want to have these ladders the priority though, just so that we have a way out. Just in case they decide to trap themselves. Oh, it's unfortunate that I have to get rid of this nature reserve, but it is what it is. Alright, this place is idle again. Ooh, look at that, we're making oil. Okay, so this one would only be if it's above. Above. There we go. That should be better now. Oh, I need Atmos sensors. Oh, crap. Atmos sensor. One there. One there. Oh. One there. Hopefully those haven't been pumping out. No, they haven't, because I haven't turned them on. That's good. That's very good. Are they still all the same gas? They are. That's awesome. Yay, I wasn't too late on that. Yeah, only if above 2,000. Yep. Oh my goodness, the cook is coming a long way to get that meat. I wish I had a hauler that would do it more than that. Alright, there's that one. Here goes this one. Let's check the Dreco Ranch area. Yeah. I'm gonna have to probably deconstruct this, and that one, and that one. This will be an interesting room. This is going to be the O2. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and have that coming out. Perfect. Power for that. Easy enough. Deconstruct this. I still haven't brought the power spine all the way up yet. In fact, it has been coming up though. Yay. We'll continue to go up with it. All the way to there. And then let's find that sand. There it is. Let's dig that sand out as well. Actually, cancel that. Maybe I could mop that up real quick since there's oil on top of it. Alright. Oh yeah, I still haven't mopped up everything down here yet. Did mop up all that though, that's good. Alright. These would have to be deconstructed, but maybe not yet. I don't really want them to go quite yet. I'm gonna have to pump this all out. So we'll get that going. That's all gonna have to be powered somehow. Luckily, I have a power spine coming up. I might have to run a transformer on it. Let's cancel this. Instead, let's build this. And then I'm gonna have this go to, that's a print. Large power transformer. Yep. And then this is gonna be a wire that goes a ways. Yikes. Now this is kind of temporary. What is that for power? Oh, a door. I mean, I can hop over that. I can hop over this. I can go this way with it. There we go. We're almost there. And let's get a bridge. A few of them. Alright, by the time that's done, hopefully we've got some of that power ready to go. Oh, print. Let's see what the print is. A digger operator, another farmer, cook, who is decreased medicine and decreased construction. Thinking barbecue. Back, let's go to the other planet and give them barbecue. And they're idle right now? Like, oh, I can't do that because we don't have the thing here. I might need to do that. Yeah, let's do that. Where do I want to do that? This would be kind of nice, only because it's where all the central stuff is going. And I'm thinking about making that my central storage anyway. So if I were to put that up, maybe one higher. Maybe deconstruct this ladder. And then deconstruct all of that. Yeah. That might be a pretty good spot. Let's go ahead and deconstruct that. Base. Mini pod. Right there. About time we had a mini pod. I am happy to see oil flowing, and we could maybe even think about having it converted over to petroleum right away here. And sending it over as petroleum. The cooling that I like for it would be over here with all of this. This should be hopefully working better now. 50 degrees. I mean, it is working. How much iron or steel? We got... Ooh, that's a lot. I need to think about taming this. Alright, let's build that there. Maybe I can dig some of this out. Yes. Yes, I can. Print, what do we want? Barbecue. That's what we want. Okay, still idle over here. What do we want to do? We have enough steel. We sent steel. They have enough food. That's good. So the next thing for this place... Well, we don't have a lot of extra power, though. So the amount of power we're running on right now... That's... might be hard to convert it over to petroleum on this side. Maybe I need to send it as crude oil back home and then make it into petroleum there. Oh yeah, I was also doing this so they can flatten this out. That's just going to give us a nice pool of oil at the bottom, right, like in this area here, I think. Yeah, something like that. Well, at least they'll be able to get these working anytime they need it. Now, we could get some, some of the natural gas from here. Could maybe think about vacuuming this place out, separating the gases. I could also think about going to get more sporches taken care of. There's one right there. I'd want to dig it from this side, which means I would need to dig that piece out. So I'd be coming in from this side. Yep, we could totally do that. And that should also expose... Oh, we got a sporchid down here in the ice biome? Yeah, I did want to see what was down here. What is this? Liquid sulfur geyser. Oh, that's the one that Yelp was talking about maybe popping and just let it melt it. Maybe. They're happy to dig that out. Let's keep on. Oh, we gotta be careful with these sporchids, though. Luckily, this one doesn't have any in the air, but we don't want to introduce it. There we go. Now, let's see those zombie spores. There are some in the polluted oxygen. What the absolute F? Alright, let's get a... Is that under food? Yeah. Food. Never find it. Planter box. There it is. We'll kill those sporchids, hopefully. And I could get more of these oil wells running. That would be easy enough to do. Although this wire is using quite a bit of power. So maybe not. Looking at our power situation, I'm not exact. We're running it just basically on the oxygen that we produce. I don't know if there's like a natural gas geyser around here or something. Is there? The Sea Star map. No power production. That sucks. Maybe should have thought about ranching hatches on this side just so that you can get coal so you can run power. We can get more of these. My goodness, we have sporchids. And those are in. And that needs to have a wheezeworts in it. I suppose I could dig out this direction. Yeah, let's dig out this way. I'm not sure. Is there any zombie spores in there? I don't see none. Alright, and that should kill that sporchid. I did not plant it. Okay, thank you. That's my fault. Maybe I'll get one planted right there as well. Ooh, maybe not. Cancel this. Plant it right there. Alright, that should work. Hey, we're pumping oil. Hopefully this room doesn't get too warm, but it is 80 degrees currently. Water coming in at 30. Now, if I want to pump that back out, there's going to have to be some accommodations made. One, this is going to have to be a different kind of tile, so let's go ahead and get that to be a insulated kind, so that we can run pipe through that. Oh, that's never gonna turn on, is it? Alright, well, that's stupid. Actually, no, it should. It should turn on above. Yeah, no, it should turn on. It should go up one more tile, unless it's two different gases. No, not really. Kind of. I don't really have a gas separation on this map. I was using slicksters there for a minute. Slicksters are great for that. Hey, looks like we got rid of all of those. Let's go ahead and deconstruct that. Yeah, I don't see any germs in there, but I do see some in there. Alright, let's put a Wheezeworts in that on a high level. Yay! Maybe plant it too? And as far as this goes, let's keep on digging. And what are we opening up around here? Not too much extra on this side that I can tell so far. We got a lot of nosh beans and quite a few oil wells, so we could run a lot of oil on this map. Looks like I need to make yet another layer on this side. There we go. Hey, Quinn's in there doing the depressurization of it. That's awesome. Oh yeah, and I forgot to hook these pipes up. There's a little bit right there. Alrighty, let's go to the other planet. Let's see what we're doing. We've got that mostly built. Let me deconstruct these two. We need to tame that cobalt volcano 100%. Let's get a door. Yeah, I suppose I could fill the whole thing up with hydrogen. It's probably going to just be easier if I do that. Let's get a tile like so. Nope, like so. Cancel this one. Let's then get a station. Actually, I don't need the station yet. I need them to do all these priorities. So 7. Before I make them Atmo suits, please. Now, I could probably just... Oh, we got a hatch down here. We got a few hatches down here. Wait 1 second. Branch these. These need to have maybe a couple more ladders in there like so. Has this thing been lullabied? It has been, so we need to get on that. This would have another chute like so, and one like here, and some automation wire as well. Let's get the shipping on that. So that would come up like so, and go up and over, and then drop off. I'd probably just have a chute like right there. That'd be fine. What do we not have enough of? We don't have enough dirt? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep. I'm out of dirt. Let's stop feeding the ranches dirt. Sandstone. Sandstone. Contents none, but what do you usually take? Igneous rock? Sandstone, Sandstone. I did build those. That's nice. Sandstone. Dirt. The fuck is eating our dirt? Probably all this mealwood. Uproot. Copy settings. It doesn't work. Let's hit that with this on a 9. As far as dirt goes, I guess I'm going to make some of these places that do refinement to make dirt. Refinement. Where's the composter? And this puts off a little bit of heat. Maybe I utilize the cold biomes. Yeah. That should be good. We'll have to make more dirt. Oh my goodness. Deconstruct these. And we're not idle on the other map for right now, which is nice. I am going to need a little blob of something. I don't know if I have oil. I do have oil on this map. Let me grab this oil. Relocate. Should be good. Are these overpressurized? Really? Wow. Actually kind of shocked. There's another rancher, critter to ranch. Maybe we don't have any places for him to go. That could be. I don't want to do that just yet. Let's think about... Okay, so we have this all set up, but those are overpressurized. I don't have plastic, and I still haven't made that yet. I'm gonna have to spill a bottle of something on it. Let's get 2 tiles. Let me get some more oil. Let's see, where was that again? That's right here. Yeah, it's quite pressurized right here. Alright, well this side is definitely working on getting plastic, the glossy Dreco route. Let's go ahead and empty this one too. Now this, I'm going to want to, I think, now switch to the checkpoint. We can mop it. And I need another little bottle so that we can get this other one going. Let's see, where is it? Oil. That's a print. Let's grab this one, relocate. And drop that one off here. These are still waiting for power, but getting closer. What's up, Nugs? Thank you, love. Digging, operating, rocketry. No, I'm good. I think I'm good. Supplying, decorating. No, I'm good. Definitely good. Reject all. Basically what it is we're just building this wire and it takes a while. Oh yeah, all the meat. That'd be convenient if we had a way of getting that meat up faster. Luckily, it looks like this is pulling in a lot of those bad gases. Yes. Alright, empty this one. Empty. Oh no, we got some sort of pollutants in here. I'm gonna be putting in a sweeper anyway, so let's do that now. I suppose it could be right there. A loader. These are basically going to be doing the same job anyway, so that would be the eggs that come up. And as far as power, we're going to hook this up right now because, well, we might as well get it rolling and starting to work. Alright. And we got a shine bug in there. Great. Can we relocate you outside somewhere? Maybe in here. That would be fine. I don't care about a shine bug in that direction. This is unable to get through. Really? Oh, okay, no, not anymore. I was gonna say, this should be good to go. Yeah, there's the suits. What are we waiting on? Power wires? We're almost got it. Let's get this going up. That means that I'm gonna need bridges. I don't think I need all those deodorizers anymore. So let's go ahead and deconstruct buildings. And I think I'm going to eventually get rid of that as well, but for right now I'm going to keep it. Let's go ahead and get conductive bridges over these. And these are going to have to shut off or actually use a different wire for right now. Deconstruct these. Alright, that should be good. Maybe make these constructions a little bit higher. Thank you. What up, Nugs? Thanks for lurking and being doing all that stuff that you do. Appreciate that. What do you think is gonna come first, the Draco, or the glossy Draco, or the plastic?
The following is an address by the President of the United States.
Nugs thinks glossy Dracos are gonna win in 2028. Glossy Dracos for president, for plastic, and not crude oil into petroleum. It might be. It might actually be, because we're doing... Where was I again? We're doing plastic. Yeah. Fine Americans, every one of you. Haven't done that one in a minute. You're a fine American. Joke. I wish I had one for Trump, but they don't have one for that. It's unfortunate. I mean, they have a voice, but they don't have a good overlay. And that one wasn't even that great for Biden, but it works. One of these days, I'm going to get AI to help me out, I think. Alright, can we get on to this stuff? I'm going to redesign every ranch eventually. We have been out of dirt now for a little while. So hopefully we built these. Yes, we have. 7s, please. We need to flip some dirt. Maybe I might bring this around with a little bit of radiant pipe. Insulated, go back, and then snip. That should keep that place nice and cold. Or at least, well, who knows? It'll be cold, one way or the other. They're idle over here. Welcome in. Let's see. What do we want to do? We got most of the oil right there. We could start pumping it up. Did we get rid of all the germs over here? Most of them, but not quite all of them. I think I want to do another dig this way. And I'll just put another one of these over here. Eventually those germs will go away. Hopefully. But the oil over here is flowing. Okay, so now that is above the 500. So we could start making petroleum. The problem is we're kind of running out of power. So I would want to almost think about bringing the petroleum over here. And I could set up a petroleum boiler and all that. I do have steel, but my workforce is leaving me something to be desired. I might get me another digger builder. The only issue is they take a while to skill up. And why are you guys overloading? Yeah, I need to work on my power setup. That's the thing I need to do. So let's continue. Just a little bit of fixing here and there. Or a lot of fixing all over the place. However you want to put it. But the oil wells are running pretty well. I'm happy with them. I could put in a few more. And we could really up the output of that. But don't get greedy. That's what I always thought, you know? Don't get too greedy. Copy settings. Let me see that hatch ranch. Hold on. I'm trying to get plastic so I can improve my hatch ranches, actually. Unfortunately, they're not doing the greatest. 87. We have 61 hatches, 16 sage hatches, 3 regular hatchlings, and 2 sage hatchlings. So, I mean, we are increasing. It's just taking a while. Mostly because... Oh, crap. Really, Ari? You're a loud sleeper? Ruby, you're gonna have to sleep over here. Sorry about that. Alright, hatch ranches. I haven't changed them much. Here they are. They have gone through most of my material. Ooh, I was getting central storage geared up. That is something I could be doing. Help my dupes out a little bit. So I will go ahead and get in some sweepers. This is going to cost a lot more power, but we're going to hopefully improve our power setup soon. But that would take away the feeding duties at least, and you could maybe stop sending them out and actually ship everything out to central. I do kind of want to have a central thing going on. What is this, body temperature? Are you too warm? 30.8. You do have a cooling loop, but that cooling loop is no longer working. 31 degrees. Crap. I have killed my cooling loop for now. Although, I could improve it. By putting ice in there. I could maybe deconstruct buildings. These 2 buildings right there. Get that on a higher level. Let's put another pump. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Can I flip it? No. You can't flip a pump. You wish you had time for the contest? Yeah, I wish you did too. It's super fun. Especially since you can't get those things anymore. This could be repiped. Let's repipe it. Actually, not like that. Here we go out this way, bridge out, then come up and go over. And then we would snip this. Then I would have a pump. That would be right there. That would deconstruct this one pipe, not the bridge though. Liquid pipe, yep, deconstruct. So this one is going to go up as well. If it gets too high, that's fine. I'd want to have like a sensor in here. So we'll get a Hydra sensor. I'll put it right there. And then I'll make sure it's going the other direction. This sweep command has been going on forever. It's not going to happen, I don't think. Maybe I cancel sweep mop orders. And I get automation to be my friend. I have plenty of metal to work with. We'll put this on a timer. This will have shipping that goes out. And hopefully to central, which is right there. This is temporary though, so we could have it just going on like right there. And then as far as power, yikes. And what I want to have done, ooh, you know what? This conveyor loader needs to not be there. It needs to lay down like so. And you can see it. Yep. Because then I'm going to have airflow tiles along the top. Nope. We want you to go out if above 500. Go. Idleness. Need more things to do over here. Let's check the germs. They are gone. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. Deconstruct. Deconstruct. Next place for germs. Up there, potentially. We also have one in the cold biome. But I say we can start digging this side out a little bit. So I'm going to build a new ladder setup that goes up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'll go up to this level there. Maybe not. That's I mean, I can. Gotta be a little bit careful here. Alright, I should be able to dig that out. That out. This out. Hopefully there's no zombie spores left. We'll find out later, I guess. Oh, this isn't out of steel, is it? Steel. It's 7.4 tons. Every 60. 15. Alright, let's continue getting these airflow tiles around here. I'm gonna get a, what do you call it? A loader. Yep. I think I can now make this for everything. Oh, We can't get to it, that's why. Yeah, that should be good. Oh, is that supposed to be deconstructed? I guess I could deconstruct this piece here so that we could have another one as well. And that way we'd have a way in. We don't want a way in. Not really. The whole idea is that we block ourselves off from this area. We're gonna try to provide some cooling though. Alright, this is gonna be all standard. Trapped. Crap. Alright, dig this out. Oh, you're trapped. Maybe build that ladder there. At a high level. There, now you can leave if you really want. Pretty sure. No, you can't. Okay, how about one more? Now you can leave. Yep. Alright, everybody can come and go. Yay! And why did you stop sending things up? I see a few things going. Ah, crap. I know why. Luckily, I can still get in there. Oopsies. Priorities. Let's get an 8 on that as well. Cancel this. And there we go. Let's get some... Well, actually, let's deconstruct this ladder. Yeah, that was steel. No, I'm good. You know what? It's fine. I have enough steel. One wire bridge out of... Let's make sure we don't do any more of that, though. Let's deconstruct that high level, please. Actually, cancel this one. This one, I thought, needs to be deconstructed. Why is that? Oh, I can't. No, okay, that's fine. Deconstruct this high level. Thank you. Okay, so we can't get in there anymore. Now let's put some ice in. Liquefiable ice. On a 7. Let's see anybody do it. 10. Let's not do liquefiables. The ice should help a little. Probably not enough. But yeah, our bristle blossoms are pretty much toast until I get plastic going. Which means I need to focus on... Let's see, is this getting vacuumed out yet? No, why not? Do we not have power? Oh yeah, we don't have power because I haven't set this up yet. Alright, let's get this flowing. Alright, I'm going to take a small BRB and then we'll see this start up. Be right back. Well, I'm back. I am back. Hey, we got like still some lurkers or some diehards that really want to watch me play this game. And then for those people that are those people, you are my favorite people. Okay. So we are back. And we are letting the hydrogen, or not the hydrogen, the natural gas flow. So here we go. That is giving us the power, and that should be then vacuuming this out. Yay! Oh, this needs to be all standard. Copy, paste, and I need to get a timer sensor in here as well because that's going to get loaded up real quick. So timer sensor there. Let's make sure we're doing this out of metal that we don't care about too much. I mean, it's all temporary anyway, but still. That should all go to Central. Or just right there. Yeah, right there is okay, I guess. Maybe not. Let's get that to go up to Central as well. That'll be a lot easier. Those are not pumping because the oil... Oh, boy. The oil got pushed off. That's unfortunate. And I do not have high-pressure gas vents because I do not know plastic. Speaking of plastic, I do have enough oil to start making plastic. Well, making petroleum and then making petroleum into plastic. How are we doing on power? Yeah, we are not doing well on power. Which means I might have to have another way. I mean, if I make it here, I'd have to be quick. I'd have to be really quick on it because we're almost out of hydrogen. Not well at all. Yeah. The hydrogen is going away. If I make petroleum, I can run petroleum. The problem with that is if I make it, I'm only getting half of it back. Technically, though, it don't really matter because I have a lot of oil wells to use and probably a lot of water to use as well. So I shouldn't care about it as much as I do. Let's go ahead and see, where is the gases? If we do refinement here, let's get oil refinery. Let me put one. Do I want two? I almost want two of these because it's only going to put it out at half a pipe. So if it's putting it out at a full pipe, that's obviously better. These would probably have to be made out of steel, which I am low on, so I better have steel being delivered from over here. Let's get steel. 2 tons. Do I have more than 2 tons? I think I do. Yeah, I have way more than 2 tons of steel. And I still haven't dug that out, but that's mostly because I haven't brought this ladder over here yet. And then let's get these like so. I gotta come in here and dig all this out. Alright, Glossy Dreco is out. Yay! We do have a Glossy Dreklet now. Looks like that is pumping out once in a while. That's gonna take a while, especially with it overpressuring like that. Yikes. And I'm gonna need to pressurize this with hydrogen at some point. Maybe I don't need to vacuum it all the way out though. I definitely don't need to vacuum it all the way out. Or I could add some carbon dioxide to it. Did we ever make these carbon things? Yes, but there's no power to it. There you go. Are we drinking these soda pops at all? Is that a thing that happens? Barbecue is happening. I don't have wood yet because I haven't found any arbor trees yet because we haven't gone to space yet. And we haven't gotten any out of the printing pod. Ranching, rocketry, tidying, cooking, operating. Another cook. I think I was thinking about another cook on this map. We have 8 dupes right now. How many beds do I have? think I only have those 8 beds. And this should have ice in it, which doesn't matter. This ice, though, should be melting. 5.5 tons of it. There's some more. 6.3 tons of ice. That's pretty good. And a print. Let's look at our skills. Turner, you're a rancher. We have a rancher, we have a digger. I think I need another digger builder, right? Yeah, I need another digger builder, something awful. Let's see what we get. Digger builder. Suit wearing operator. Cloud sleeper. I mean, it's another mechatronics engineer. Cannot do digging. Yeah, I think no. Not enough to build another bedroom set, you know what I mean? Hey, this is getting to be very barely breathable. Except for those keep over pressurizing. Oh, hell. There's a shine nymph in here. Okay, let's get a reservoir placed down. This is ridiculous. Oh yeah, this was going to be on for 15 out of 60. That is not going anywhere because that one is still hauling stuff. No, that's fine. But then it should open up. And then here comes this side. Alright, that should be good. All that should go to Central eventually. This one is taking the glossy Draco eggs, incubate level 9. What do we got? Meteor showers. Alright, so we're going to... Oh yeah, we're sending steel over. Let's see if we have steel to send. Yes, we do. Alright, then we're going to make refinement. Oil refinery out of steel. Ooh, I think I want this actually... Nope. Well, that's unfortunate. I can't build it there. I mean, I could build it underneath, I suppose. Maybe not directly underneath. We're gonna need more power. The power that I'm using right now is right there. Could set up the other power there, I suppose. It would be quite convenient to do that. If I were to do that, I would want probably have a pump around here somewhere. Ooh, I can't do that there. Cancel this. Maybe go ahead and put this on right leg. Actually, cancel this. Let's make this... Ooh, that's going to cause a little bit of a problem with the hydrogen setup. Maybe I just close these all off. Suppose these front ones would have been fine. Insulation. Pump. Let's see, pump. There's a pump. The cobalt ore, I think that should be fine. We'll get a hydro sensor. Like so. That would go up to there. This would be the polluted water that's coming out. Polluted water that then needs to get sieved. Something like that. I believe that's where the polluted water goes in, so hopefully that's good. We shouldn't be utilizing it too much, but we might be utilizing it quite a bit. For power, we'll go out. Ooh, or should we? Should think about that. Power. Heavy watt joint plates. Yeah, we'll have one right there. Cancel this. Power, heavy watt joint plate. That'll be how we power that pump. Now we're just gonna hopefully set up petroleum here as fast as we can. As far as refinement goes, let's get the refinery out of steel. This oil, oops, not that. The oil will come out in a insulated pipe made out of sedimentary rock. And go in like so. Okay, the petroleum would then come out. Like so. Where that then goes would probably want a forever storage and a place to end up eventually. Let's get this. Maybe. I think it does off gas as well. And it also heats up. So there's a lot of problems with this. As far as heating up. Let's see, where is the heat map? Maybe we can put in some conduction panels? No, because it's right over that. Probably have a little bit of oil there, maybe? And I could run this one. Yeah, I'll have a little bit of oil on the bottom. And instead of having these as insulated, maybe I could have it as something else. The only problem with that is then going in there and doing it. Oil coming in, maybe? Like cancel these. Maybe these are radiant. Would that help cool it off? Maybe if it had a little bit of a thing. I don't know. Possibly. Let's deconstruct these. Alright, we'll get that going. As far as power for this, that's going to take a whole separate thing. Let's go ahead and dig out this piece here and put a piece in right there. Yeah, I think that's where some of my stuff is going to have to come out. I need more exits for it, you know? Alright, it's unreachable. Why? Let me see a dupe here. No power. Did I snip something? Or am I out of hydrogen? I am out of hydrogen already. Oh my goodness. Okay. Should I start ranching plug slugs? I think I should. I'm already kind of, Yeah, let's ranch slug plugs. Let's see. That's the fridge. My forever slugs are there. And we have these on this side. I could get rid of this. I do have other foods, but not my pickled meals. The only food I got. Ranch for slugs. Well, they do make hydrogen, so ranching them in a suit environment might be nice. The only problem is we have no power right now. And I think I'm gonna have to do it here. Let's see how big this room needs to be. It doesn't really need to be that big, actually, because of the fact that I'm not gonna ranch a full ranch. This will need to have hydrogen outputs, though, so cancel those two. Let's have a station. It's a grooming station. We'll have a food critter feeder. What else do they need? I think that's it, right? You don't groom them or anything. I mean, you groom them, but that's it. Let's get some of these mesh tiles. Cancel that one. Drop off. We'll need a drop off, right? So under food, drop off, critter drop off. I'll need a critter sensor. And maybe an overflow room, which I could maybe deconstruct buildings, all of these. Alright, well they're building all of this, but that is not the priority now, unfortunately. We are out of power. Let me prioritize these on a 4. Yep. Do other things, people. I will need power wire through here. Not that low. Need power wire through here. And I might just have it going up like so with a heavy watt wire. And having that then going up this direction. Ooh, let's get rid of this door. Deconstruct that door. There we go. That'll be better. And this is going to be for slug plugs. How many slug plugs can we fit in this room? This is 68 tiles. 68 divided by 12. We can put 5 critters in there. Alright, 5 critters. If below 5, send a green signal. This would be for metal ore. Let's actually put it for slug. I guess cobalt ore, right? 45 tons, not a lot. Let me see what other metal ores I have. Come on, I hate this. Alright, gold amalgam done. Iron ore, copper ore, a little bit of that. Deconstruct all these. Alright, I want to wrangle you. Relocate. I think 2 should be enough, actually. So relocate you to there. So we're going to change this to 2. Change that to 2. Then let's have the overflow room. Probably right about there. Let's not have the overflow room here. Let's have it over here. Can't have it over here. Deconstruct background buildings. Alright, slug plug. Eat your gas. Or eat your metal ore. Alright, now I can put this other door here. Let's get another tile. And I'll have to have sweepers in here, so let's get auto sweepers of this. Ouch. I guess I could do this. Yeah. That should give them plenty of room to hang down as well. And then the conveyor loader, which is seeable by both. Shipping. That goes out. And up. And you can't drown them, can you? So if you can't do all of that, then you can just go over and drop off right there, I think. I might add a bridge just so that it has a direction to go. Yep. Let's get another critter sensor in here. And maybe a shipping conveyor chute. A little bit of automation. Maybe build this over. 2 more tiles. Alright, this will have a critter pickup. That's under 50. And cancel that door. I think I'm going to have 1 more there so that I can always have 2 slug plugs ranching, or in incubators. I like that idea. So if count eggs, count critters, I'm going to say actually yes, if below 4. Yeah, if below 5. Then we need to have some incubators. Take that out of this. Thank you. Deconstruct this door, please. Alright, there's that. Now, we're going to have this on an AND gate. Let's see. So, automation. Let's look at automation for a second. This sends out if it's below 2. We want to send a green signal to this. And an AND gate. Was it time? Oh, shit. Carrie actually is coming in again with 15 viewers. What up, Carrie? What up, Skips? Set it on fire. Hell yeah. We're burning it down.
Oh, hell yeah. We got
Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders.
Welcome to the playground.
If you didn't know, we're playing the Pip Hatch Contest Save Seed. Thank you so much for the raid, Carrie, and introducing your community to mine. We're playing Oxygen Not Included with Spaced Out. None of the other DLCs are activated, but it's a contest to see who can ranch the most pips and the most hatches on a Terra map that's a little bit tweaked. It's got a few unique challenges, let's say. And if you can ranch the most pips and the hatches, you will win one of these pips and hatch plushies that give you the comfy beds in the game. They don't make these anymore, and I don't know if you can get them any other place. So, but I'm giving away some. Whoever comes in first will have the most pips and hatches combined, and then we have another set that I'm going to give away 1 pip for the most pips ranched and 1 hatch for the most hatches ranched. And that'll be fun. That way we have 3 different winners. And you can see them right there. Those are my personal ones, but they're super cute and adorable. Did you submit? I hope so. I hope so. I haven't checked all my entries lately, but it's free to enter. The only way there would be any money involved is if you're outside of the US and you end up winning. You're going to have to cover that shipping because I already had it shipped to my house and paid for it a long time ago just for this event. So I hope that you all join. It is free to enter those, so have a good time with that. Right now, I'm trying to ranch some slug plugs because I'm out of power. I got some oil wells up and running, and they're running great. Unfortunately, they're running too good, and they caused me to run out of power. So we're ranching some slug plugs for a little while, maybe forever. Who knows? We'll see. At least until I get petroleum up and running, most likely. And then I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put my timer sensor because I have this a little bit different than I usually have it. Maybe I still put it on this side, though. Just trying to figure that out. Where? I'm wanting to make this backwards than I usually make it. I usually make it going this way. Like I'll have a filter gate, then a buffer gate, and that works. But if I wanted to have it going this way, be a filter gate and a buffer gate. Maybe. But then where would I put the timer sensor? The AND gate. Where would I put the AND gate? Let's try the AND gate next. Yeah, well, I could put it right there. That doesn't really work for me very well, though. Could do that, but that's a little bit janky. To be honest, that's the best spot. Maybe this one. This could work. I just don't have a good space for my timer sensor. Maybe I don't do it backwards. Could have... Backwards is so much nicer, though. Let's try backwards for just a second, just to see what we think about it. I'm going to have it... then it would say, yeah, go ahead and do that on a filter gate, then a buffer gate. Yep. We would just put that in like so. This would go into there. That would go there. This would go there. And then it's this one that I'm having an issue with because I can't jump it over anything. Yep. I'm blocked out. So that doesn't really work. Yikes. Well, easy enough. I could cancel these. We could put this on the other side. It makes them run a little bit further, but that's okay. This wire that we have running up there could then go up to this spot. That would then go to an AND gate. Let's snip this right here. And then now I have my timer sensor, my filter gate. What? I can't put that there? Let's see, food. Deconstruct. Copy. Well, you don't need to copy that yet. Alright, now let's look at it. Filter gate. Yeah, I can't put it there. Could put it up here. I guess it's not gonna be pretty. That's all. It doesn't need to be pretty. It just needs to function. Am I making that out of steel? Please don't. Yeah, that's out of steel too. Let's make that out of, I guess, copper. I'm running low on it. Copper. I might have to have them send some more cobalt over. And then this would be copper. Yeah, that works. Alright, I like it. This would be for slug plugs. Ooh, they're going to bed. That's awesome. We're gonna get power. Slug. Plug slug 0, 7. If this is below 2, which it is not currently. Oh my goodness, no steel timer sensor, no. Yeah, we can make that out of lead. I don't know why the other ones don't have the option to make out of lead. Oh, we weren't able to get lead because we had no power, and now we do. That's right. How much power are they putting out? 400 watts each. This needs to go up 1. Cute. Did we get the shipping? That shipping there, and then the extras go there. Got you. Yay! Alright, this would be for slug plug eggs. Oh no, I haven't even looked at my Dreco ranch in a minute. Incubate 9. Copy settings. We'll look at it in a second. Alright, for whoopsies, 75 seconds for this. 75 seconds for that. And then I need to get that timer sensor to work correctly. Other than that, this is going well. I guess we have power again. That's good. So we're actually we're able to build this now. This is going to be how I make power going forward for a little while at least. I'll probably have these on an automation. Yep. Maybe I'll even put it over here. Yeah, you can run until it's a certain amount full, and then you don't run no more. In fact, I need another pump down here, because I believe this off gases as well. So we'll have this coming out. We don't need to make that insulated. Maybe once I get to this part. Not really. That's fine. Yay. Let's check on the other setup that we got going on down here. This is now a vacuum. Yay. I can not deconstruct that. But it is a vacuum. So let's deconstruct buildings. And it looks like, let's see, also deconstruct these buildings. I'm going to need to put in some sort of farm tiles for the glossy Drecos. Because we do have a glossy Dreco that's roaming around right now, and I'd like to get him ranched. He's able to be shorn as well. It's also time to fill this place up with hydrogen and maybe a little bit of carbon dioxide. Let me get a bottle of carbon dioxide real quick. We have those over here. I'll allow that to fill up completely. How's this water doing? It's going down a little bit in temp. Oh. Well, that's not good. Actually, that's not horrible. That kind of mixes it up, maybe. Yep. Right, that's a vacuum. So we're ready to introduce hydrogen into there. Let me just figure out what Drecos want, or glossy Drecos want. Mealwood, 33%. Bristleberries. Really, it's just those two. We don't have much dirt. Maybe I go bristleberries. Problem with that is they need a light. Let's see. Hydroponic farms. I could have other places to ranch them, but then that's taken away from how many I can put in each ranch, which currently these are 84 tiles, 91 tiles, 104 tiles, 96. So right now they're 96 tiles. Berries, I could put them in the actual ground. No, but I still need to have a place to ranch them. And a place to pick up. Yikes. Maybe I should have made this even further down. I could definitely move these down. Mealwood is so much easier. How much dirt do I have? 0. I have 0 dirt. Yikes. So mealwood is not going to be a thing that I can do. Do I have any more mealwood? I do. I'm growing it over here. They don't eat the balm lilies, do they? That stinks. Let's, get a light in. I guess I put this one tile lower. Yep, I'm going to need to make some extra space. In fact, maybe more than one tile lower. Cancel this. Let's make it more than one tile lower. Yeah, that should be good. I don't want to go much lower than that, but... Steel? Yes, please. Rocketry. Yeah, no, none of those I want. Cancel this one. Let's just get regular tiles here. I forgot. I'm trying to make this a vacuum, or keep it a vacuum. Yay, they're tame now, right? So that should be giving me... No, it's not tame. Are you tame? You are tame. And you're only giving me that much wattage? 400 watts? You're groomed. You're happy. You ate from feeder. You're tame. Everything's perfect with you. And you're giving me 400 watts? That seems a little underwhelming. Yeah, it's very important that we get this up and running quickly. Luckily, there was nothing that off-cast in there. Let me go ahead and dig out one more tile. Like so. And one of these days, I want to get all my stuff to Central, which then we will be able to send off anywhere. So this is my nature reserve, where all of our stuff should be going eventually. Right now we're clearing out the bottom of this pool, which has been taking us forever to do manually, so we're not going to do it manually. guess I could deconstruct these buildings right here. We'll get that one gone. That's gonna drop a little bit of oil, but that's alright. We already have oil down there that needs to be dealt with. And they're idle over here. They're not able to get in because we're out of power. So we have to wait for the plug slugs, or maybe I get a manual generator. There you go. That's horrible. We're resorting to a manual generator at this point, but at the same time, maybe I cut off these oil wells. I have enough oil, so we'll snip off the oil wells themselves. Ooh, can't. And snip off that one, and I could cut off the water. Cutting out the water is probably the easiest thing to do. Let's cut off the water from there. Yeah. As long as we cut off the water, it should run itself out, and hopefully not too long. Right now that that's available, that's in. Let's get a Atmos sensor. Can I even build that? Maybe if I have a ladder bit that I already took out once, but I'm putting back in now. Let's get power for that. Yeah, this line is already pretty hot, but since I'm cutting off this for a while, maybe, just maybe, I can do that. What was that, steel? Oh, hell no. Lead, please. And what is the problem with this? Atmosuit dock. You had a bad gas in you? How? Oh, power must have shut off once and allowed a bad gas to go through. That does happen. It's unfortunate when it does. I'm gonna need a bottle of oil or something down here. Let me mop this up. Let's get a little automation wire here of lead. Nope, don't want you running. Ooh, that has other gases in it. Alright, snip this. Let's get a... What's the pressure down here? Not much at all. That's great. We can get a regular vent. And a gas element sensor. What's up, Northern? Gas element sensor. Where are you at? There it is. A knot gate. Alright, anything that's not natural gas, please exit. Then I need to put a little bit of this oil up there as well. Uh-oh, we got bleach stone here. Don't know if I have a place to store bleach stone, but let me get a place to do that. Alright, this crude oil here can be relocated to right there. Uh-oh, we're actively using it right now. I did not realize that. Let me snip this off. I am not ready to make petroleum yet. This will be for natural gas. Well, at least we know it works. And this is still vacuuming out. Okay, yeah, we're ready to do this next layer here. Food is the issue over here, is it? We do have a little bit of pickled meal left. This would be if it's above 2,000. Perfect. Let's get this emptied. Let's get, where is it? Right here for bleachstone. Wow, that's not much oil on the bottom of that. Relocate to here. Relocate. Wow, he's very slow. That's the cook, huh? Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have the cook coming down here. The only problem is there is meat down here, and I don't know how many haulers I have. Alright, that should be good enough. Let's go ahead and deconstruct this. I will then have automation that turns these on and goes to a liquid reservoir. I don't know if that's tall enough. Hopefully it is. A steel? Yes. Yes, it is. Insulation, we'll have that then going this direction. And we'll fill it up until it gets to a certain level. Oh my goodness. Well, that's steel, yeah. And this is going to be going out and up. I probably should get some more oil up here. Let's do that. Crude oil. Relocate. Let's put one right there. Let's get another one. Empty that. Maybe get another one of these doors right there. And a sensor. And we'll wait to do the last one until we get most of that put in, because I've made that mistake before. Alright, that should be good. I mean, it's a vacuum already, so... I mean, we could just leave it on, but it does cost us power. Okay, well, it's almost done. There we go. Now it's done. So if we want this to only be on until it's 75 to 50. That should be sending a green signal, which it is. The pipes are connected now. These need to go in. And this oil is coming in at what temp? 78. Hopefully that's enough to keep it cool. 49. Alright, well... Is that just a continuous thing then? I did not know that. Put a bridge here? Actually, don't put a bridge there. I want to... Yeah, that does it. Full pipe going in. I guess I don't need the extra one, do I? I think the other one's just redundant. Let's, disable that building. We don't need it. Alright, well, we're making petroleum now. And with that petroleum, we should be able to make plastics, so... And power. And the power will be up here, most likely. I'm going to build a little bit on that, and then I think we'll call it good. Let's see. We'll have power's coming in that way. These things leak a lot of diluted water. Now, I could try to have a setup like this to not have the temperature coming out, which would be kind of nice. I also think I want to have the petroleum in a vacuum over here so that we're not having the temperature heat up the whole base. Might be nice. Maybe have some mesh tiles here. So yeah, this will be the start of that. Oh, I need to get everything out of there, or it's going to get locked in there forever. And same with this. Oh, they can't reach it now. That's unfortunate. No! Well, hopefully that one doesn't get messed up. As long as they build a tile down over here first, it should be fine. There we go. Now we can get to it. Alright, well, let's see. As far as hydrogen goes, we are low on it. This is ready to start filtering the gas. Let's see how that does. Anything that's not hydrogen is going to get... Okay, natural gas, please. Yep. Anything that's not natural gas. Or all of it. You know, some of that was natural gas. Oh, I know why. Let's have a bridge here. And snip that. I think that's what is required. Yep. And other than that, we are set to go. This is not at 75% yet, is it? 2,000. Oh, it's getting there. So that'll have to wait till next time. Oh, I'm going to end it there. Cheer. So let's go over it. Cycle 196. Not quite 200 cycles. Somehow I got ethanol down here. That's okay. We got the 2 oil wells that are bringing in the water from the other planet, which I could check to see how that's doing. Looks like this is all built, so the Drecos will be up and running at some point. However, now that it looks like we're going to be going through the plastic phase, maybe, maybe not. Cooking, ranching, researcher, doctor, researching, builder. I want a builder, digger, operator. Super hard digging. No, I don't want any of this. I'll take the ethanol. The Hydra is kind of working. I didn't set this up. I was thinking about making this work better. Like, I could put a bridge there, but that wouldn't help. Could put a bridge there, and yeah, anyway, that's gonna have to wait for next time, I guess, but it looks like we're out of water here. So maybe I need to fix this? I thought I had, but I guess I did not. Let's deconstruct this. That goes into... Hold on. Cancel deconstruct. That goes into infinite storage. That's fine. What I need is to feed this without feeding everything else. Without putting it into forever storage. Yeah, that's my issue. I could have set that up way better. So what I'll end up doing is just having this going in like so. Just so that we have O2. I think we should have plenty of it. Yeah, actually we have plenty of it. So I'm not too worried about that. Maybe I don't worry about it. Yeah, we have plenty of oxygen. We might not have as much hydrogen, but we could be sending hydrogen off to the other planet. I haven't even thought about that, but hydrogen could be going out. And going to the other planet, which would then have, say, hydrogen, canister drainer. Actually, where is it coming out from? It would be coming out from here. With a bridge. Yeah, why not? Looks like we have a full pipe right now, but that will give us more hydrogen to run all the things that we need. So technically, I don't need to make a petroleum boiler here. Or not boiler, but petroleum setup here, but I might still do it. Just because I don't really want to make more and more ranches, especially Dracos. This is a lot of space that I could be utilizing for pits or something else. Speaking of space, I am planning on maybe redoing all of these ranches into something more like this once I get plastic. Which means I'll have to heat up some stuff in order to make dirt tiles, but that's okay, we can do that. This is running, or it had run. It runs for the vacuum. So we had the vacuum. This is the power spine that I was wanting to make. So let's also deconstruct these power wires right here because we're going to be bringing a spine up. So that'd be heavy watt wire. Something like that. And then we can run off of the 4 natural gas reservoirs that we have. Hopefully I have a place. No, I do not. There's always something that you miss, and it looks like this is what I missed. Don't even know where I would put that water, but it would have to go somewhere. So for right now, I think I'm just gonna have it coming out like this, and I'm gonna have to deconstruct one of these, and I'll just leave it there. Hopefully I'll remember that. Most likely not. Alright, let's see who's on. The Great Plup is on. I definitely want to see the Great Plup. They're playing Oxygen Not Included. Looks like they're playing Away Team. Or they're looking at the Away Team coming out. When is that coming out? Is that coming out soon? Gosh, I hope so. Alright, let's go get some raid emotes, Nugs. Paste. Alrighty. Nugs. Tactical Nugs. Thank you. Let's go say hi to Plup. Don't forget to enter my contest. It's free to enter. You can win plushies. They're really cute. And you get in-game rewards. You don't want to pay the shipping, but you want the in-game reward, we could probably work something out with that. And then I don't know what I'd do with the plushie, but maybe I'd give that away for somebody who just wanted the plushie. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Alright, I will see you again, probably not tomorrow during the day for Oni, but maybe in the evening for Overwatch. Not really sure yet. Tomorrow we'll have to play it by ear. But until then, make sure to keep that family close. Watch out for that government. Live free and play a lot of Oxygen Not Included. See you guys later. Bye.
Ding dong. May I interject for a second?
Holy shit.